Welcome back. In the last video, we deployed Teleport into two Kubernetes clusters, or at least a local cluster, and we took a look at my production cluster. Today's video, we're going to improve my production setup. We have a running proxy, an auth server, and a Kubernetes agent, all running in our cluster, and I can log in with the user that we created manually after the deploy. That's the part we want to take a look at today. I mean, if you've worked with Kubernetes before, you know the default access model is the kube config sitting on your disk. This contains a long-lived credential, we spoke about this in the first video, that cannot be revoked. Teleport solves this by requiring every user to authenticate through their identity proxy, getting a short-lived certificate. It lives for hours, not months or years. And it encodes the user's real identity, their email address, their roles, Kubernetes groups, etc. And when the certificate expires, it's painless, or as painless as it can be, to re-authenticate. Now, we don't want to have manually configured users, so we're going to take a look at setting this up with an OIDC provider. For the Teleport Community Edition, the supported provider is GitHub, which is perfect for developers. Of course, if you're running Teleport Enterprise, you can also use OIDC and SAML connectors beyond GitHub, allowing you to plug in Okta, Azure AD, Google Workspace, or any other compliant identity provider. But for my Raw Code Academy production cluster, I'm more than happy to use GitHub. The flow works like this. The user runs TSH login to authenticate with Teleport. It opens a browser, they click the button, boom, job done. They can then list Kubernetes clusters, get credentials, and work with the Kubernetes API. Sound too good to be true? Let's take a look. So here we have our teleport.rawcode.cloud. I have removed all GitHub authentication. We're going to start from scratch, and we're going to do it the GitOps way. We don't want to log in with my raw code user. Instead, we want to modify our GitOps pipeline in two ways. First, we've got the Helm release. Inside here, we're pretty much just doing one thing. And that is, we're going to enable the teleport operator. This gives us the ability to configure teleport, whether that be apps we wish to expose or GitHub, OIDC, single sign-on authentication support, that we can apply in a GitOps pipeline. And I can think of no better way I would like to configure my teleport. All right, so then we click on GitHub connector. This is just a teleport GitHub connector using a custom resource definition. We have our client ID and a display name, this is a GitHub authentication. No surprises here. We tell it to pull our secret from the cluster. This is handled by the external secrets operator. I can show you that. It's not very exciting. We have this syncing from in physical to a secret in my cluster with my GitHub client secret, like so. So we give that client secret to Teleport. We provide the redirect URL, and then we map our teams to our roles. This is our GitHub teams to our Teleport role. Here we have our catch-all. Anyone who is a member of the Raw Code Academy organization will get read access to the cluster. And anyone who is in the platform team will get editor access. These roles can also be provided via a custom resource definition like so. Here we have the access role. This just allows you to provide Kubernetes roles that you wish to attach, Kubernetes labels to use for resource matching, and of course the resources and the verbs that you wish to support, as well as the editor one like so. So if we come over here and click GitHub, this will be super fast because I am logged into GitHub. But we now have access to our teleport via GitHub authentication. And that is pretty sweet. But of course, we don't want to use the web UI for everything. What about the CLI? Let's remove all my existing TSH config. We can run TSH status, and we're not logged in. You can now see that we want to do a login proxying through teleport.rawcode.cloud using auth GitHub. This will spin up a web browser asking me to authenticate myself, like so. And again, I'm logged into GitHub, so teleport auth is near instantaneous. We can refresh the web, but really what we're focusing on here is the CLI. We're now logged in to this teleport server, meaning I can run tsh kube ls and see that I have access to my Rawcode Academy production cluster, which could probably do with some labels. We'll tackle that at another video. Let's keep moving. So that is GitHub authentication with teleport. Now, teleport can do a whole lot more, and I want to make sure we dive into some of those really cool features. So join us in the next video as we take a look at just-in-time access. We'll see you in a minute.